Welcome back to Champion News Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. This is Carol Parisi. Today, founder Jack Roeser and I are speaking with Mark Levine, and we are speaking to not raising taxes, but fixing our pension system. And Mark, we're going to be wrapping up this section. How are we going to fix our pension system, and what should be some of the best first steps?
The best first step, without a doubt, are the listeners of the show and just the citizens and taxpayers of the state to start putting pressure on their representatives in our state government to force them to stop giving better benefits to state workers and teachers than they have themselves. Okay, and that means moving over to things like 401ks, the pay-to-stay plan, which we talk about in the Crane's op-ed, which hopefully everyone will read.
That's Crane's Chicago Business. You could go to your local newsstand and get that.
Yeah, or you can see it on the web.
Okay.
And at chicagobusiness.com and in the opinion section of this week's issue. And that's, the piece that Bill Brady and I wrote together.
And you said that the taxpayers should be contacting their representatives. And I know Americans for Prosperity and a lot of the local grassroots groups are collaboratively working to do just that. And I'm just going to plug, you can call 847-496-5400. I'll give that number again. It's 847-496-5400 to get involved and get engaged wherever you live here in the state of Illinois. And we can get you plugged in so we can get our lawmakers held accountable.
Yeah, and my plan, Carol, is also I'm gonna actually start a blog, and because this is a very dense issue with sort of multiple layers, and to sort of deal separately with the legal questions and these fairness questions and the financial, and that's where dealing with the legislative proposals in Springfield, and we'll do that obviously in concert with Jack and others around the state who share our philosophy that it's just not fair.
Well, you know what? There's so many moving pieces to all this pension reform and pensions, and a lot of verbiage that the average citizen doesn't know. So I think an informational, educational blog would be very, very helpful. And I know championnews.net, you can go on to their site and you can see what some of these pensions are, where they're going to, and where the dollars are going to, your hard-earned tax-paying dollars.
Let me make it plain. You wonder why I'm picking on the Democrats and the teachers union? It is because this immense debt has been created by those people and the political power that came out of the teachers union. You teachers have been paying into that union, and they have been your biggest enemy in your financial life. Is the teachers union itself, because that political power in the hands of the Democrats is what has created this crisis in pensions that is the biggest thing holding down the whole state. There is nothing out there. It isn't the beds where the poor people are that are in trouble in the hospitals and waiting for the state to pay their bills. No, the $4 billion that Madigan has now indebted us to is just to pay pensions. This thing was created by bad politicians and a very bad union, and you can also feel bad about the fact that these unethical people are teaching your children. So your kids' lives are in it, your life is in it, and the political life of the Democrats is all involved in it, and you 95% are the stucco people that are stuck with this big debt.
Well, fixing our pension system is going to be a critical component to our policies. Thank you, Mark Levine, today for joining us. I want to thank you all for listening to another edition of championnews.net. Be looking out for our Wall Street Journal Stephen Moore Job Creation Summit happening Sunday, May 22nd at 1 p.m. You can get more information at championnews.net. And you can download our podcast.
What's the date for that?
It's May 22nd. You can download podcasts.
It's a Sunday afternoon.
It's a Sunday afternoon.
Tea Party people, welcome.
www.championnews.net. And be sure to catch us next week here at 8 a.m. Make it a great week on AM 560.